Dear audience, today I'm going to talk about paragraph. We know there are five kinds of text one in IELTS writing text one: paragraph, pie chart, line graph, table, and diagram. So today we are going to talk about paragraph. We'll use some tips and techniques by which we can describe this. Let's go for that. So this is the paragraph which we are going to describe today: the holiday accommodation chosen by the British in 2010. And now we're going to give you the topic. The bar chart will show the different types of accommodation chosen by the British when they went on holiday in 2010. Summarize the information by selecting and reporting the main features and make comparison where relevant. So you have already known that the bar chart will show the different type of accommodation chosen by the British when they went on holiday in 2010. In 2010, they actually went on the holiday vacation, and they used different types of accommodation like self-catering, caravan, camping, hotel. So these are the four mode of accommodation they used. And we'll use some tips and techniques by which you can easily describe paragraph. First, you need to analyze the key details. Number one, analyze the chart carefully. Ask yourself which is the biggest and longest. We find the red one is the biggest, that is hotel. Which one is the smallest? The green one and the yellow one is the smallest. Exceptionally, in the case of Northern Ireland, that is the second most popular. Think color and length. Okay, definitely in the case of length, the red one is the longer, then the blue one is the second longer, then exceptionally the green one, then in the case of third and fourth cases, the yellow and green one will come. Look, dotted. First you will look, never going to read at the beginning. Tips to describe. Right. Ask yourself if the lines look similar, different, or the same. Hotel were the most common form of accommodation at over 50%. You see the red one, hotel, which is over 50%. That's the longest. Self-catering was second most popular, just below 30%, but there is one major exception: self-catering, England, Scotland, Wales. But in the case of Northern Ireland, that is below or 20% or over 10%, I mean 12%, that is. So self-catering. Caravan and camping holiday were typically least popular, around 10%, but again there was one exception, that is in the case of Northern Ireland. England, Scotland, and Wales follow a broadly similar pattern. So England, Scotland, Wales follow broadly similar pattern. Scotland is only slightly different, little bit different, okay, but same pattern. Hotel popular, self-catering then popular, and caravan and camping same type and same percentage of people like that. The popularity of caravan in Northern Ireland needs to be highlighted because that is exceptional. So you have to highlight that. Similar group you will describe one way, and the different group, exceptional group, you will describe another way. Organize the report. Choose the simplest option. There was always more than one way to organize the report: country or categories. Okay, we have find here 4 countries, 4 categories. But if there were 7 countries and 4 categories, definitely we would take the categories. As there is same equally categories and countries same, so either way you can describe. Either you can take the countries or you can take the categories. Here we'll take the countries one by one. We'll describe the countries. Go through the each type of accommodation. Go through the countries. So both way you can describe. You can choose to use the countries. There are only 4 of them, and 3 of these are very similar, and it seems natural, easy to group England, Scotland, Wales together. So that's why we will go for the country, not for the categories, because England, Scotland, Wales followed similar pattern. Hotel most popular, caravan then second popular, and no, self-catering second popular, caravan and camping least popular in the case of 3 countries. But in the case of Northern Ireland, that is exceptional. That's why we'll discuss country-wise and will not go for the category-wise. Northern Ireland is the old one, definitely the old one. You will not find similarity with the rest of the 3 countries. Now, general statement and overview. We'll now discuss general statement and overview. I mean the paraphrasing. We will paraphrase the topic. What is general statement? It is called paraphrasing, in which you will write the topic in your own language. What is overview? Overview will state the main idea of the graph. Examiner will understand that you have understood the graph properly. The first thing is general statement. Second one is overview. So general statement means paraphrase. You will paraphrase the topic. You will write the topic in your own way. Then the overview means the main idea of the graph. What's the main message? 2 or 3 lines. You will finish the writing the overview. So here we'll find that the bar chart will shows the different types of accommodation chosen by the British when they went on holiday in 2010. So this is actually the topic, and we'll write the general statement. Actually, it is called paraphrasing. We'll write it in our own language. So, simple answer. First, if you see that the bar chart will shows, instead of show, you can see write the present, depict, demonstrate, different types of, various types of accommodation. Actually, it will be right living places. Chosen means selected, and by the British means by the English when they went on holiday means vacation in 2010. So you will change the word, and by this way you will do the paraphrasing. Then you will write the overview. In the sample we have mentioned it, and I will show you one by one how can you write paraphrasing, how can you do the overview, and how can you describe detail. So this is the sample. We'll see that. There is one paragraph for England, Scotland and Wales in the second paragraph showing the main patterns. There is a separate paragraph for Northern Ireland highlighting the key exception. Paraphrasing. The bar chart illustrates various kinds of holiday accommodations selected by the English in the United Kingdom in 2010. So you are finding the topic rounded a different way I have written here. And the thesis statement, I mean overview, general statement, that's been overall. Generally, it is possible to say that English, Scottish, Northern, and Wales made very similar choice, and hotels were the most popular form of accommodation. The unit has been shown in percentage. Definitely, is it shown in percentage? Is it million? Is it barrel? Or is it ounce? We have to show it. So this is the general statement. Now we'll go for the sample answer. You see here in all 4 countries. So after the general overview, after the paraphrasing and overview, you will going to describe you will describe the body of the bar chart one by one. So we are going to describe one by one body of the paragraph. In all 4 countries, approximately half the people chosen to stay in the hotels. This figure was highest in England at around 55%, almost twice the number of people who cooked for themselves, and far greater than the number who stayed in campsite, 12%, and finally Caravan, 6%. So you see, half of the people, you see the red one, half of the people like to stay in the hotels. The figure was highest in England, around 55%, almost twice number of people who cook for themselves, 27% actually self-catering, okay? And far greater than the number who stayed in campsite. Campsite, I means camping only 12%, so far greater than the numbers hotels, people like to stay in the hotels. And finally, Caravan, only 6% people like to stay in Caravan. So this is how we have described only one country, that is England. And in the case of now, we are going to describe Scotland and Wales. A similar pattern was repeated for Scotland and Wales. Same pattern: hotel, caravan, self-catering, the blue one, and caravan, camping. Same pattern was followed in the case of Scotland and Wales. The one difference that caravan holiday at 12% were twice as popular as camping in Scotland, while the opposite pattern could be seen in Wales. Opposite pattern can be seen in Wales. Okay. In the case of here, in Scotland, you find that the caravan is little bit much popular than camping. Here, opposite ideas we find, opposite popularity we find. Caravan is less popular in Wales, and the camping is the more popularity. It has gained the more popularity. So, totally opposite idea it described. And the difference being Caravan holiday at 12% were twice as popular as camping in Scotland, while the opposite pattern could be seen in Wales. Now the exceptional one we're going to describe is Northern Ireland, the one country that shows a different pattern in Northern Ireland. You see, the Caravan was the second most popular one. It is notable how there are just over 30% of the population choosing Caravan holiday in preference to self-catering accommodation and camping, both around 12%. Self-catering and camping is the least popular. Most popular was hotel like in three other countries, and the second one is exceptionally Caravan. So this is how you will describe the pattern. And before this, definitely you have to add the paraphrasing and overview. So this is how you describe the paragraph. So thank you very much, dear friends. If you have any problem understanding this, you can ask me in my channel YouTube comment box. We'll answer it. So thank you very much again.